This is why I have reservations about training some people in martial arts.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Christopher Platt at the Your World Black News channel. I believe I said that right. I think I muffled that up. But anyway, shout out to him. This story is a little more than a month old now, maybe going on 2 months. But it's still timely to me because I have reservations about training some people in martial arts because I'm afraid that they might abuse them. And the technique being discussed, you could say it's technically in two styles that I've studied. You could say it's in Kyusho Jitsu if you want to look at that as a separate style, which a lot of people do. And you can also say it's in Taekwondo because the move is in your Taekwondo forms, especially once you get beyond black belt. And the application that he's using it, well, I should say that he's abusing, is a mandibular pressure point technique.
A shouting match ensues, and Livernote tells the bystander, "You're going to jail, dude." Not only did the officer arrest the teen, but also the friend who rushed to his defense, according to NBC Miami.
The reason why you don't want to use it and why it's probably prohibited by that department is because if you do it with enough force, you could dislocate somebody's jaw. And that's more of a combat technique. See, that's one thing I don't like about teaching, just for lack of a better term, not to sound airy-fairy, but teaching the secrets to everybody, or teaching the secrets, even sometimes to, dare I say, no, I'm not going to say it. Teaching the secrets to some people who may be in a position of power where they could possibly abuse it. I'll say that. Because it's not all, it's not every, and I've certainly met people who have been in this particular type of position that this video is speaking of. Yes, I'm talking around, you'll see why. That are cool, that are fine. But you really got to vet people's character.
The teen's mother, Ann Arnold, identified her son as 17-year-old Roger Tullis and said though she's happy Livernote was fired, she wants to see charges brought up against him. "I think more should have been done besides him firing," Arnold, 41, told Spectrum Bay News 9. "I feel like he should have been charged because if my son would have hit him, he would have gotten charged with battery." According to the Internal Affairs probe, Livernote violated two policies. The first for bullying, discourtesy, or rudeness, and using foul language.
Where this officer got in trouble is because he violated two Taekwondo tenets. He violated the tenet of courtesy, and they even say that in the video. So not only does he violate the tenet of courtesy, he violates the tenet of self-control because he didn't have enough self-control to not use a technique that he knew was prohibited.
Secondly, the police chief said that Livernote broke policy when he used a prohibited chokehold to restrain Tullis, an action that ultimately led to his termination. Now, the fired officer admitted to using the mandibular jaw pressure point technique to restrain the teen, but acknowledged that it's not authorized in the department's use of force policy, except in cases where aggravated physical resistance is present, Spectrum Bay News 9 reported.
Okay, now don't get it twisted. If I do something like that, I'm going to be called on the carpet, probably because of my martial arts knowledge or whatever. But I'm a civilian, and we really should hold people who are in position like law enforcement officers. They should be held to a higher standard than us in terms of behavior. They should be. Now, I will say from a common sense perspective, let's not poke the bear. They're human too. But when you sign up for that job, unfortunately, that's the type of stuff that comes along with it. If you're a police officer, you're expected to show the utmost restraint. So, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. Any of you doubters out there, you feel like the forms are useless and none of this stuff means anything. Now you know. You can be learning things that could break someone's jaw and not even know it or know it and abuse it if you don't have the right amount of respect that you should have for your martial art. And peace.